So JuJu Watkins makes another statement for Player of the Year as USC again beats UCLA. Hello, everybody, and welcome to our channel. I'm Mark.
I'm Rob.
So, hey, if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, please do so at the notification bell when you do. And don't forget, tomorrow, which is Monday, is our next Caitlin Clark crossover. It's episode number 2. It's like a sports reporters type show. I have other guests coming in from Caitlin Clark podcasts. It's a very cool concept. And it's during our live show, which is 6 to 8:30 every Monday, except for major holidays. 6 to 7 is going to be Caitlin Clark's crossover. USC has made a couple statements now against UCLA, and JuJu Watkins has made a couple statements to everybody else that she's going to be Player of the Year. And I think it was very close before, but I think she's separated herself with this game, Rob.
Yeah, she seems really locked in and focused. And we were talking about who's going to defend her, and maybe they might change their defense. Didn't really matter again. Like I said, she was just a phenomenal ball player. She's only a sophomore. That's really scary. She's only a sophomore. She's going to be.
Go ahead. Sorry.
She's going to be definitely a great player when she goes to WNBA.
Yeah, she's finally lived up to the hype the last 3 weeks or so. You know, she started out slow, and I think it's rather obvious there was too much hype and too much pressure on her. She's only 19 years old, and she didn't respond well to it. She was shooting poorly, and I think now she just got her confidence going and just kind of like blocking it all out, and she's over it now. And I think she's going to be very dangerous. And I've said this every time I've criticized her or complained about her being overhyped and overrated. I've said the same thing. She's got a tremendous amount of talent. She could go down as the best college player of all time and the best WNBA player of all time. I don't think so. I think Caitlin Clark's ability to make her teammates better will make her the best player in the history of the WNBA. But JuJu Watkins has the advantage, Rob, athletically and size. And she's a better defender than Caitlin Clark by a decent margin.
So, right. Let's bring up the stats of the game, Mark, and we'll see what she did.
So here are the stats. JuJu Watkins, again, had a big first half. I think she had 23 in the first half, but ended up with 30 points, 10 for 22, 4 for 11 from threes, 6 for 9 at the free throw line. And she also had 5 assists, 3 rebounds, 2 steals, 3 blocks. Not as many as last time, but still, that's still good. And she ended up with 30 points, Robin. They didn't have an answer for her again.
No, I mean, she can handle the ball. And her turnovers, Mark, have gone down, if you noticed. Her turnovers have gone down, and she seems to be playing a lot smarter. Even when they sort of double teaming her, she's starting to realize to get rid of the ball earlier. But her passing, like I said, she makes mistakes and maybe a little pass, but she's gotten a lot used to being when they double team her. But off the dribble, I mean, she has a nice little step back jump shot, and she's hitting her threes, and then she drives to the basket and draws the fouls.
Right. And I think she's a better defender than an offensive player, even though she's known for her offense. But her offense is now clicking, so now that's catching up to her defense. And I think she's an excellent defender, at times great. And I think she's capable of being a great defender if she's more locked in more often. And offensively, she just needs to shoot at a higher percentage and also have more assists and fewer turnovers if she really wants to be a great offensive player. She's more of a volume shooter with an okay shooting percentage. But she's unstoppable when she's on a roll. And there's no question in my mind that's the case. And I think Kiki, I can't pronounce her last name, but her stock went up in this game because she played defense twice now against Lauren Betts in both games and played really well in both games defensively. But this game, she played well offensively, too. She was 8 for 13 and 17 points. And she's smaller than her, and she did a good job in the post, even though I thought she got away with some fouls that weren't called for Lauren Betts' benefit. I think Lauren Betts got a bad whistle. She got hacked a lot underneath.
She was kind of the primary defender on it, but then somebody else was helping out, and they're the ones that got the fouls called on them, they did get they fouled out, and then they got the fouls called on them. But it's Kiki Arayafan. I said she's going to be the key to this game, and she was. She was a key to this game, and she scored higher than she did the last game that they won. So, and UCLA is really, I'm really disappointed again, Mark, and their we talk about the defense. I mean, they're supposed to be a ranked team, like they're ranked second or whatever, but they don't look to me. They don't look like that. I mean, they don't look like they're a ranked team. That they're a good team, but they don't. I mean, I've seen teams play better than that. I don't know.
They needed to win this. Yeah, I agree, Rob. I'm sorry. They need to win this game to show me that they are a really great team. And to lose twice to USC, especially at home, but that's not good. The last loss was no big deal. It was their first loss. It was away against a really good team. But this one, Lauren Betts didn't take enough shots, first of all. Part of it was she was getting hacked and stuff like that. She did have 11 rebounds, but only 11 points. And she has to score more than that. So that's all there is to it. She has to step up. She didn't step up twice, and that really hurt her Player of the Year chances, which are pretty much nil at this point. And also where she's going to go in the draft, Rob. I think Kiki went up a little bit, and she went down because she seems to only dominate when it's the center that is not that good.
Right. That's right, Mark. I mean, I was wondering about that, how she's going to transcend into the WNBA. I mean, that now that the leagues now, or most sports, at least the basketball, is now not the center like, back in the day, we get the ball inside and pound it in. That's gone. I mean, it'll be an inside-out game where they might give it to her at the post, and then they double team her and they pass it back out, and someone shoots. But as far as this, pounding the ball in, like some coach whose name we know, Sides, was trying to get the Fever to do, I think that's gone out the door.
Well, someone else said the same thing about Sedona Prince. She only plays well when she plays against weaker centers, and that's not good for the WNBA, obviously, because all the centers are good compared to the women at the college level, and they're bigger too. So I'm wondering how great she's going to be in the WNBA, and we'll see about Kiki. She's not played as well this year as her hype. She was like third or fourth in the best player supposedly in ESPN's poll for. So she's not that in the country, obviously. No, I think. Going into this game, I think it was a toss-up still between her and Hannah Hidalgo, who's not shot well lately. And I think earlier it was Hannah Hidalgo. She had just outplayed her. But Hannah Hidalgo's not playing well at the right time. So she's not shooting well. The rest of her game seems to be okay. But still, that's pretty important because she's a big-time scorer. So we'll see. And I think same thing with Lauren Betts. She's not playing well at the right time. And Tanaya Latson got injured, missed 3 games, but then played well when they upset Notre Dame, and she didn't shoot great. She was coming back from an injury, but she had 9 assists and 23 points, and her team won. So she's up there. Rob, I think she should be first-team All-American, Tanaya Latson, even though she's not getting a lot of love by the media for some reason. I don't know why. I know they don't play a tough schedule compared to some of the other teams, but still, she plays an all-around game. So I'm kind of surprised.
Mark, I'm going to go off the topic real quick. I'm just looking at the college basketball and even in WNBA. I don't think the women's basketball, the Olympic team, or playing international, it's not gonna be close. The games are that was the last close game these foreign teams are ever gonna come to Canada, the last Olympics, because there's so many good players. They're gonna blow them out. I watched Sarah Strong during the international with the 16 and 18 under, and they blew out every team. Look at the talent, the sophomore, freshman, and even in the WNBA. There's no way that
even in high school, Rob.
Yeah, even in high school.
Who's sophomore, but I'm concerned about her height, but she may grow a lot in the next couple of years. And Aaliyah Chavez looks like a talent. So, but I agree with you, Rob. In fact, they shouldn't have had a close game. If Caitlin Clark was the starting point guard for the finals, that game, it might have been close, but they wouldn't have struggled. They would have won by at least 10 points. Just would have opened up the offense completely. And so that was their own fault for now. But you're right. Even with – they're going to have Caitlin Clark on the next – I don't know how many Olympics. I don't know. Yeah. We don't know how long she's going to play. But with Caitlin Clark on the team and the talent that you're talking about, there will not be close games, except maybe in rare circumstances they'll be a 10-point game. I think they're going to blow everybody out in the 2028 Olympics. And they'll have JuJu Watkins on the team too at that time.
Watkins, Sarah Strong.
Right. Well, I don't know if Sarah Strong will make the team. In 2028. She's a year younger. She'd be coming out as a senior in college. They may put her on because she may be the best player in the country and player of the year. So, they didn't with Caitlin Clark. But Caitlin Clark, had some obstacles against her. She didn't go to UConn. She didn't go to South Carolina. And she's white and she gets too much attention and she's straight and she makes too much money. So those were her obstacles. It wasn't her ability.
Right. That was definite, Mark. Yeah, I mean. They were saying, what about a defense? And I didn't see too many people locked down. Like I said, didn't any lockdown except for Claudia really locked down defense on the Olympic team.
Well, that was a silly argument anyway, since Chelsea Gray was hobbled and Dana Taurasi was 42, and they were both detriments onto the defensive effort.
Right.
That was just a bad argument.
Yeah.
So anyways, I think for first team All-American, Rob, I'm going right now. JuJu, Hannah, Tanaya Latson, Lauren Betts, and then probably Paige Becker. That's my first team All-American.
I think I agree with you, Mark. Yeah.
It's close though. Anissa Morrow is very good, and there's other players you could argue, but I like Fly J. Johnson. I just don't think she's better than Paige Beckers, for instance. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Could be wrong. I like Olivia Miles too. I just don't think she's better than Paige Beckers. It's really close. But anyways, that's what I think. Paige probably going to get the vote anyways. The UConn players get the vote. Yeah. Anyways, we saw that Paige Beckers had a similar year to Caitlin Clark her freshman year, yet she got player of the year, and Caitlin Clark didn't even make the top 15 for Wooden.
Right.
So we can see she gets vote. But JuJu Watkins, Rob, I'm saying this, she gets a nice whistle. And there was a drive to the basket in the first half, and there was no foul. The defender backed up, put her hands up, and she somehow got a foul call. There was almost no contact, too. The announcer, Sarah Kostok, she was annoying from the opening bell, Rob. For the first thing she said, when the lights are the brightest, she tends to be at her very best, which wasn't true. And this year, in terms of the big games, JuJu Watkins had not played great in all the games. She had a lot. She had one really good half against UConn, and then a really good game against UCLA. Other games against Iowa, Notre Dame, and Ohio State, the biggest games, she didn't play well. So that's not even true. And last year, the same thing. She didn't play well when she got knocked out of the NCAA tournament against UConn, her biggest game of the year. But now she has. I mean, two games in a row. She's been phenomenal these last two games in my opinion.
Well, it depends on the referee, Mark. They're going to call. Unfortunately, some referees are going to call that a foul, which they did. They called that a foul.
The refs didn't even say it was a foul for what wasn't underneath the basket. She said, "Oh, there was enough contact before she drove." I go, but she gave her an and one. So doesn't the foul have to be when she's shooting? So that was stupid too. This announcer is so in love with JuJu Watkins. No matter what JuJu did, everything was the best thing on the planet. And it's tiresome. It's tiresome. She's not a perfect player. Please, I criticize Caitlin Clark all the time. Why can't you occasionally criticize JuJu Watkins and quit saying she's Michael Jordan of basketball and just say she's a great player and hey, maybe she did this wrong?
Well, I mean, yeah, because I mean, she like I said, she's like you took the words out of my mouth, Mark. She's like a James Harden type thing. Only she's a little bit better, but James Harden used to get those calls all the time, and they used to drive. I'm sure you drove everybody nuts. Like he's initiating the contact, like you said. You're backing up, and then James Harden plows into you, and they go, "Oh, foul!" It's like, wait a minute, how's that a foul when I'm backing up? But some referees were just. She's got them where, like I said, she's smart. She's not being good. She's smart. She goes, I know if I drive to the basket.
Caitlin Clark is smart. She gets a different whistle than JuJu Watkins, Rob. She does the exact same things, and she doesn't get the same calls as JuJu Watkins. She doesn't get the same calls as Asia Wilson. Sorry, she doesn't get the same call as Angel Reese. Tell me what's different about Caitlin Clark than those three women, Rob, and why she gets such a worse foul than they do.
I can tell you the obvious reason, Mark. She's white.
Yeah, I know, Rob. And much she's white and she has a lot of attention and money that people are jealous of. So that's why she gets a terrible whistle. But JuJu Watkins is going to get a great whistle when she's a rookie. And Caitlin Clark got the worst whistle in the history of basketball.
She's got that James Harden thing where she drives in, she knows because I see her. She does when she drives in, she'll do a little pump thing. And then it'll maybe like she'll do like a little elbow towards the guy, the player, and then shoot it up. And I'm like, oh, she's smart.
Gets a foul call. It's got to be a foul. It can't be that the ref actually gave her a good whistle. That can't be a possibility, can it? That's what drives me crazy about the announcer. Just to say, hey, that wasn't really a foul. She got the benefit of a call. Why can't they just say that?
I would have said that. So she's got the ref. Yeah, I would have said that.
Just say that. No, but she can't. That announcer could not say anything that wasn't 100% positive about JuJu Watkins. And that happens every game I watch with JuJu Watkins. They're afraid to criticize. They don't ever mention the fact that she has more turnovers than assists in her career or their shooting percentage isn't good. They don't mention that at all. All they do is talk about she's special and she's super talented, which she is. All that's true, but she's not perfect. I just want people to quit pretending she has no flaws to her game.
That she could do no wrong. Yeah.
Because Caitlin Clark has so many flaws to her game, it's not even funny. But she's correcting them, and you're going to see a different Caitlin Clark this season. We'll start with her defense, but we're not going. We all know her on-ball defense isn't good. But I would say that if I was an announcer, hey, that woman just blew by Caitlin Clark. She has bad stance and she's got to slide her feet and position herself better. That's fine. I don't think I wouldn't get upset if I was a Caitlin Clark fan if they said that. That's true. I just wanted to do the same thing with JuJu Watkins and even Paige Beckers.
Just think, Mark, if the referees in WNBA had called the game like they call on JuJu Watkins, the referees, it would have been a whole different different thing.
I know that's what it's bothering me about it is that she's gonna. I know what's gonna happen when she's a rookie in the WNBA. She's not gonna get a rookie whistle. She'll get a great whistle for a rookie.
Oh yeah,
I don't know how good a whistle she'll get overall because rookies tend to get poor whistles because it's this dumb tradition that you got to prove yourselves, which is dumb because you're not trying to establish your credibility as a human being. You're just trying to credit your ability as a basketball player. That has nothing to do whether or not you fouled or not. Okay, so it's a stupid rule.
It is.
And I know that Michael Jordan got a pretty good whistle because he was a superstar, but it's still a wrong rule. And I'm a Michael Jordan fan, so I'm trying to be fair about this.
Right.
But I don't think Michael Jordan just got a foul because they looked at him. I don't think it was that bad. But I'm sure Michael Jordan haters thought so. The ones that were losing to him.
Oh, yeah.
Well, anyway, she's going to win Player of the Year, and I think at this point she deserved it. I didn't think so 3 weeks ago, but, things change. Like I said, I like JuJu Watkins. I think she's a nice person. She supports Caitlin Clark. She doesn't think about Caitlin Clark. She's going to be a phenomenal player. I'll just say that.
Oh, yeah, she's going to be phenomenal. Yeah, she's going to be a phenomenal player. She's just starting out.
And I'm glad that she's over the pressure that was affecting her play earlier in the year. And I think she wouldn't have started out cold if they didn't overhype her and put too much pressure on her by calling her Michael Jordan of basketball and all this stuff and saying she was just as popular as Caitlin Clark when she's not. She's just not. She doesn't draw the fans like Caitlin Clark does. So it's all there is to it. Just be realistic about it. And same thing with Paige. Paige has her limitations. We'll see what happens in the WNBA. I think she'll have a fine career, though, Paige. I think she needs to get more assertive and get away from Gino.
Yeah, definitely.
We'll see. All right. Well, that's our video. So anyway, let us know who you think should be Player of the Year and who do you think should be first team All-American. You can even mention your second team All-American team if you want. If you like this video, hit the like button and share it with your family, friends, and acquaintances. And if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, please do so. Hit the notification bell when you do so you get notified of our next video. And don't forget about our live show. It's Caitlin Clark Crossover is the first hour of the live show now. We have 3 different podcasters come in and talk about Caitlin Clark, like sports reporters. And that's during our live show, which is 6 to 8:30 Mondays Eastern time, except for major holidays. If you want to donate to this channel, you can with super chats and super thanks down below. There's a link to PayPal. And we'll see you in the next video.
Peace out.